let's get ready while I talk about everything that went wrong this past weekend at ACL. I just got back from being at a 3-day music festival. Even the days leading up to the festival, I had a huge rock hit my windshield and crack it. It's not a huge deal, but it's like my brand new car. So, and then that same day I like scratched my rims really bad leaving this ATM, which is technically my fault, but I always go through this ATM and that's never happened before. Anyways, made it to Austin safely. Next morning, woke up for day 1 of ACL and I go to put my top on and I noticed that the string that I used to like tie up the back of the top was completely missing from the outfit, which meant that I could not put the top on my body. Obviously not what you want to happen when you're like in a rush trying to get to a festival and you have like a whole outfit planned. But I ended up using a shoelace to tie up the back. It didn't look the cutest, but it did the job. Now, I'm usually the type to like freak out about things like that, especially because I was already like upset about my car and everything. But I was like, you know what, Kaylee, like it's just a top. And then I went to put on like the main part of the outfit that I kind of like centered everything around, which was this like vintage necklace that I bought. A little backstory on the necklace: I went vintage shopping with my friend and we found this like a beautiful necklace, but I wasn't gonna buy it because it was like $150. But my friend convinced me to, because I just never buy stuff like that for myself, and I was like obsessed with the necklace. So she was like, just do it, you know, like it's a vintage piece, you know, I'm not gonna find anything like that anywhere else. And I was like, you know what, it'll be perfect for my ACL outfit. I can center the outfit around it. So I had packed that obviously to wear for this day 1 outfit, and I pull it out, go to put it on, and all the beads on the necklace completely fell off. So obviously I was freaking out again because this was like a big part of my outfit, and then also I just had spent so much money on it and I was already like not wanting to buy it in the first place. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like when I bought it. Ended up getting just like a plain silver chain. Tried to loop like the main pendant through it, but it couldn't fit. So then I ended up getting like a paper clip and paper clipping it together. So I was determined to just make it work and not have a meltdown about it. Then we headed to the festival. Me and my friend always get to the festival super early because there is a specific parking lot that's public parking, and if you get there early, sometimes you can find a free parking spot. We've been going to ACL for like 4 years and we've always been able to get free parking. So we went to do that. Turns out they sold that parking lot. So we ended up having to pay for parking for all 3 days, which was kind of annoying, but you know, most people have to pay for parking there. So again, we weren't gonna let it ruin our day or anything. Anyways, we get into the festival. The first thing we did was try to just like get our like photos out of the way. It was like boiling hot though, so my friend Mackie was sweet enough to use our little portable fan to kind of cool me off while I was taking photos for Taylor. She was cooling off the back of my head with the fan, and I moved and got my hair completely wrapped up in the fan. I'll put a picture of that too. But it was so wrapped up in there that I just had to rip out a chunk of my hair. So the day just felt like I kept trying to be positive and then something else would happen. Anyways, we get back from the festival at like 11:30 p.m. or something. The way her visitor parking works is that you park in a visitor parking spot, you scan this QR code, and then you register the car. We park, go up to our apartment, I fill out the whole form, and then we go to bed. The next morning we have more time to like chill and get ready since we paid for parking. So we go to breakfast, we go to Sabrina's pop-up, we're like taking our time, and we get back to her apartment and we're pulling in, and I look at the visitor parking and my car is nowhere to be found. So obviously we start freaking out. I can see that I registered my car, so I'm like, what the heck is going on? Meanwhile, we need to start getting ready for the festival because it's already like 1 o'clock at this point. And so we talked to the front desk lady, call the tow place. Basically what happened is I parked my car at like 11:30. We went up to her apartment, like I said, I registered my car. Well, right as we were going up the stairs, I guess, the tow company came because it was late at night. 3 minutes later, like 11:33, he looked at my license plate, saw that it wasn't registered, so started hooking it up. The registration went through at like 11:34 and he had it towed out by 11:36. So technically my car was registered before it was towed out, but he had already like taken the picture and looked it up and had it hooked up, so it did not matter. So yeah, it was just really bad luck. Anyways, I had to end up paying like $230 to get my car back, but I'm lucky enough that I could afford that because some people just can't get their car back. But we ended up having an amazing time. We had like 3 people come up to us that saw like our little transition TikTok for ACL, so that was fun. There's some other stuff that happened, but I am literally running out of time on this video. I'm gonna go finish up my makeup. Bye.